to me, click.
Hey people, it's your guy Big Eddie, and if it's your first time coming across this channel, I kindly ask you to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment on the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, like this video and so many other videos that I've done before, and I'll really appreciate so much. So we go straight to the transfer window, or what the information that is actually currently online is that number of players of Arsenal might be leaving the end of that is as we begin a new season. They might not start or they might not be in Arsenal, and these are the number of players whom they've not been utilized a lot this season. Some have not appeared completely in the starting 11, or rather even in the bench. And these are players I think if they can leave, I know there are a number who are leaving for free, yes, but it will also save us a lot of wages that Arsenal is paying them. So from the defense or from the back line, I'll start with the goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale. Aaron Ramsdale is a player that we'll wish to keep as Arsenal. We'll wish to keep him, but Aaron Ramsdale, I don't think he will stay because he will want game time so that he can be assured of playing in England. Currently, he's with the English team in the Euros, but I know there are people who wish to sign him in their club, and I know Ramsdale, he might leave. He might leave. He might start a new season with a different club. So David Raya will keep his position as a goalkeeper. He will continue being the number one goalkeeper for Arsenal. For he has been doing that throughout the season. And come to the defense. The players that I'm seeing leaving already, Cedric is leaving. Cedric is leaving. Cedric is leaving. Yes, he's not been used at all. I think he played one game and he came as a substitution throughout the season. Another player that I don't know, but I wish him to leave because I don't think Arsenal going forward they need him. Is Zinchenko. Zinchenko, to me, I think is a liability the club right now. So if we can get a better player that is he plays in right wing, then we can really probably sell him. And that is if you can get a good market, someone will come in for him and pay good money, then we can offload him. Another player that he's leaving Arsenal, and this one actually has been confirmed, is Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey, he came to Arsenal, and the number of games he's played, yes, he's a fantastic player, he's a good player, but the problem or what has befell him is the injuries that he's been getting. And right now, I think the club will offload him if they get good money for him. And considering that he's remaining about two seasons in his contract, then Thomas Partey can leave the club. As we begin the new season, he might not be in Arsenal. Another player that I'm seeing that might leave, that in the midfield, we have two players. We have Smith Rowe and Fabio Vieira. Personally, I would not wish for Smith Rowe to leave. Smith Rowe, if only the injuries that he sustained derailed him, he's a good player and still is young in English international. So Emil Smith Rowe, I think he can stay, but the player that I'll wish to be sold is Fabio Vieira. Mohamed Elneny has already announced leaving. He will be leaving. Actually, is leaving Arsenal, and even bid farewell to the players and the fans at large, and thanking them that he will be leaving Arsenal. Another player that I'll wish to leave, I'll wish him to be sold, is Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah is a forward. Who's not been utilized that much. Eddie Nketiah was given some playtime by the coach, but he never proved himself that he can really handle that position. So if we can get good money, if we can get a club that can pay about 20 million, say between 25 to 20 million, then we can let him go. Another player that I wish or I think he can be leaving Arsenal is Reiss Nelson. Reiss Nelson has been a player who's, yes, he actually he was given a new contract, I think beginning of last season. And he's a player who's not been so good. So these are the players that if we can get Reiss Nelson, if we can get like about a club that will give us between 25 to 18 million, we can let him go. And I think those are the players that I think. These are the players, the small boys, the boys like Ethan Nwaneri. These are players who are still young, 17 years old, who can still be, and I know he was given a senior call, really, he was given a contract, senior contract by Arsenal. So these are players who still are is a good player, is a skilled player, is a player that can be nurtured still and can grow. So those are the players that are the ones that I mentioned, that if we can be able to make a sell, if we can be able, out of those players, if we can be able to make close to, let's say, put it about cumulatively like about 80 to 70 million, that will be good money, because these players are liabilities to the club. They are not being used, rather they are being paid. So if we can be able to sell these players, and then we get a player who can come and bring difference to the club, give competition to the already players who are there, then Arsenal will really go forward. It will be a club that will really be competing for silverware, not only in England but also in Europe as well. So the players that I wish the season that as it begins, the players that I wish them to maintain their position is the players that I wish to play in the areas that is the areas that they've been playing throughout the season. Is in the goalkeeper, I wish Raya to continue, and then right wing, I'll wish for who's this player who plays in the right wing. It's called Ben White. Ben White can continue playing in the right wing, but also remember Timber can also play in the right wing. So they can be playing with Timber in the right wing. And then we also have the left wing. The left wing Tomiyasu has been playing in the left wing. He can play there with Jacob Kiwior. This is a player. Jacob Kiwior is also young and is a player that is improving in his games. So I wish Tomiyasu to continue in that position. But if Timber is going to be played in the left wing, then Timber can continue in the left wing. And then that is a center back. It will continue. Saliba and Gabriel can continue playing in that position. And then the mid. Now that's where challenge comes. Rice can continue playing there. They can play with Jorginho. Not unless if you can get a new player like Guimaraes from Newcastle, then Guimaraes can take the position of Partey. And then we come to we call it the player who plays before the strikers. Odegaard can continue playing in his position. Center forward, we've been playing that position this season. Havertz has been playing. Kai has been playing that position, and Kai is not actually a proven striker. He's not a little striker. So if we can get a position, a player who can come and cover that position, and then Kai will be coming in as a substitution. Then we'll be happy as a club, as a fan base, to have that position, getting someone in that position. And then now we come to left wing, right wing, sorry, whereby right wing, whereby Saka has been playing. So in that position, if you can get a player who can push Saka, yes, we don't need Saka to be replaced, but if you can get a better player who can be competing with Saka in that position, then it will be so happy to have that position being filled. Left wing, whereby we have Martinelli and Trossard. That's a position that I will also wish to be addressed. If we can get a better player, and the player who's not so expensive, I know right now because of fair play and all that, the club will not want to go and break bank and get positions, getting players for every position. And the way the coach has always been saying, if we get a player who will be the same ideology like ours, who has the same vision like ours, and is a player who's available, then we can go for them. So if we can get a player who are better than the two, that is Gabriel and Trossard, then we can go for those players. And by so doing, we need to have, actually what I'm trying to say is this, that we need to have a bench or a team that even those who are not starting regularly, when they are given a game to play, or the time when they are given a chance to play, these are players who are going to prove or can make a difference in a game. Last season, what really affected us is because we didn't have. Yes, we had players that could come in and probably try, but they were not so good enough. You see a position like center forward. If Kai wasn't there, Jesus was not performing so well, and you're playing with Eddie Nketiah, I don't think we could have even managed to get 89 points. Look at the position like the left wing, the right wing, sorry, where Saka plays. That's a position that we only have Saka who can play in that position right now in Arsenal. We tried bringing Gabriel in this position. He didn't really do well. Jesus wasn't even really doing so well. So we need to get, if we can get a player, like let's say Olise, and come and give push to Olise from Crystal Palace. I know many clubs are eyeing this player. Manchester United also eyeing this player. So if we can get a player who can come in and give competition to Saka, then Arsenal should go and get these players. Because at the end of the day, these are the players who are going to push us to get to winning a silverware next season. That is what I can say that will really push us. Because you see, a team like Manchester City, the difference with us is that even when they had probably injuries, they still scoring goals. If their players probably they were not performing, you see like their goalkeeper, the last game, their goalkeeper was substituted, but the one who came in was even better, was also good. He was able to save goals. So we want a situation whereby if a player comes in, can bring a difference to the club. That's all we want as Arsenal Football Club. And the fan base, that's what will be happy. Because this season we didn't get a silverware. We didn't get any silverware. But going forward, we really need to get it. We need to compete in Champions League. Let's go even to the finals. Let's go and lift that trophy. Because we've never lifted it before. If it means going for those player like Isak in the center forward, let's go for those players. I know it's not going to come cheap, but if we can go get these players so that they can bring difference to the club, then let's go for them. Yes, I know. After we do sales, as I said, if you can be able to, from the players that are leaving, if you can be able to make between 70 to 80 million, plus the additional about 200 million that I understand is available for purchasing new additionals to the club. Then with about 300 million is amount of money that can bring good players, good players who can bring a difference to Arsenal Football Club. Players like Gumeres from there's a midfielder from Newcastle. These are players who can come in and bring a difference to Arsenal Football Club. So the club, and I know they are working. They've promised us that we are not going to settle, or we are not going to be comfortable and settle that we are comfortable with the being position 2. Rather, we're going to push and push so that we get good and better results come next season. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment on the comment section, just saying anything about uh, these posts that are posted, and about whom you would wish to be brought in as a new additional to our club, and what do you think, or where do you think we're going to our season is going to be like in the season that is about to be, that will begin in August, end of August, that is season 2024-2025. What is your take? Where do you think we are going to finish the season from? Till next time, it's your guy Big Eddie. Adios.